I was able to attend the World's Fishing Fair at the Granddaddy store right here, Bass Pro Shops in Springfield. And really, look, what the World's Fishing Fair is, it's the 50th anniversary of Bass Pro Shops. And I'm one of those, kids that grew up with Bass Pro Shops. My Bible was that catalog, and you know who you are when that catalog showed up, and you go through that with a magic marker and pick out, what you wanted to order. I'm still that kid when I come through these doors of this building. Look, to the World's Fishing Fair, if you look at everything that's gone on here with sales and booths and concerts for conservation and all the seminars, that, number one, it's overwhelming. Like, it's an all-you-can-eat bass fishing and hunting buffet. That's what it is.
It's a hoop-de-doo, but it's a celebration of fishing and conservation too, I'd have to say. People know I've been, like I said, visiting with a lot of customers and anglers, and they're all here. They know part of their ticket price is going back in to support conservation. But, they come to see their heroes, Bill Dance, Roland Martin, Jimmy Houston, people they see on TV or they've read about, and to learn about fishing, and plus all the pros, today's current pros, and just be around fellow fishermen to see a lot of the great new innovations and tackle. We have a lot of the factory reps here. It's just the fellowship of fish. And I don't know if there is just one thing.
We're just entering the main store of the World's Fishing Fair and gonna walk out to a bunch of Zona Show vendors booths. We'll go to Strike King, Lew's, Mercury, Nitro, Eagle Claw, and Seagar, but we'll go kind of just hang out for a while. Come on.
Baby, how are you?
Give it up. One of the things I don't think Johnny Morris knows or thinks about is how many people that he has never met, that he himself and this brand, Bass Pro Shops, has got involved in the world of fishing and hunting. You could see that as we were walking through this event. Heck, 60 to 70% of the people here were families that just want to get in the outdoors. And that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal what Johnny and his whole family here at Bass Pro Shops has done. How you doing, guys? You bet, buddy. Jesse, good to meet you, buddy. Thanks, guys. Thank you. What's your name?
Chris.
Good to meet you, Chris. This is a celebration of who we are, of what we do, and look, we live to hunt, fish, and be in the outdoors, and that's what Johnny Morris is. And I didn't know that when I first met Johnny Morris. I used to go to dinners, and I'm this dumb kid where I'd hear the word conservation, and I'll be honest with you, I had no idea 15 years ago what that word meant. And what Johnny has done in our world, granted, if you go through all of this footage of this building and Wonders of Wildlife Museum and Aquarium, it takes you through the entire time span of our existence in the outdoors, from all the way back centuries ago to where we're at right now. And from asking Johnny, I was like, wow, it's the attention, number one, the attention to detail is staggering. But one of the main reasons he did it was for families and children, maybe that don't get in the outdoors or don't know the history of our outdoors. That is why he built that, was for them to come in and see where we come from, who we are in the outdoors. It's overpowering and overwhelming to see the history of this country from hunting and fishing and just the general outdoors. To see the story that museum tells, it's who we are. And the other thing that I've learned about Johnny as a human being, like, the dude is still us. He still goes fishing with his son. He still goes hunting with his son. And it's funny, Johnny makes the comment, it's not about the biggest bass and it's not about the biggest buck, and he's right. But he still wants to catch the biggest bass. But I look at him as an individual. Sure, he has been an unbelievably successful businessman, but as a whole, and he does not want the credit for this, he is, to me, the keeper of conservation, of being on the water, of being in the field. And I did not understand that until I got older, that, look, everything's not a given. Fishing and hunting and the outdoors is not a given. And people like that, we owe him a big high five.
Selfishly, I love the sport of fishing, hunting, being outdoors. And I know the future of the sport I love. What does it depend on? How we manage our resources and the fish and wildlife more than anything. It was instilled in me by my mom and dad. They grew up here in the Ozarks, just north of Springfield. I started Bass Pro Shop because I went to a tournament on Table Rock Lake in 1970. And the fishing was so great. But then, if you don't manage the habitat and everything to do with any species, it can decline and go away. So it's, to me, part of it's, I've been so blessed from spending my whole life around the great sport of fishing and the outdoors. So I got an obligation to give back. And the people in our company, I'm so proud of them. But like myself, they're really passionate about loving to hunt and fish, and they understand it's genuine. Myself, our people, and the outdoor community. And I would say sportsmen and women, anglers and hunters are without question, they're the unsung heroes. They're the champions, really, of conservation in America. And really, we're the beacon of hope for the whole world on, our North American model of conservation is the best.
When you really listen to Johnny speak, you ask yourself, well, what else do you do? What else you got? What do you want to do? It is really humbling to hear the guy, to me, the guy does not sleep. If you look at this place, the man doesn't sleep. But to really listen to what comes out of his mouth, his priority is family and children. Man, we should all be a little bit more like that.
I'm just happy to be in this business and hopefully help spread joy, help get kids more connected and carry that on. And conservation's a big part of that. How do we leave things as good or better than we found it, all of us together? At the end of the day, my absolute favorite quote about fishing was from Ernest Hemingway. And he said, "In a life spent fishing, I've come to realize it's not the big fish that you catch, but the people you meet and the friends you make along the way that matter the most." And so, to me, I've come even in our first shop here, and it's nothing but memories, right? And it wasn't but it's like being in a shop with people, hearing from our people every day, the customers every day, whether you wanted to or not, and they're telling you. And so that's been, to me, I want to be remembered some guy that really felt he had a lucky, happy life.
I've been very, very lucky to spend a lot of time in this building, in Bass Pro Shops, and with that man, Johnny Morris. Gosh, we are so lucky to have that dude in our industry. Because when you really listen to him, that's who you want as the head coach. And he's done a heck of a job. We owe him so much.